Hey, it's Friday, December 18th, and you're watching The Great Lost Rewatch. Today we're watching the Season 3 episode, Expose. Basically, this is just a big Nikki and Paolo episode. We find out everything there is to know about Nikki and Paolo. Razzle dazzle! They were baked us out in the beginning, and it made us think that Nikki was a stripper, but she's really an actress. And she's sleeping with her boss, Razzle dazzle. And she was working with Billy D. Williams, who is Lando Calrissian in the Star Wars series, which is another tie to Star Wars. There are a ton of references to Star Wars on this show. Razzle dazzle! But anyway, Nikki and Paolo are actually working together to kill her boss because he has $8 million worth of what? We don't know until the end of the episode. So they get on Flight 815, they crash, we see Boone and Shannon. Razzle dazzle! The whole crux of what they do on the island is look for the stuff that they stole when they were in Australia, because Nikki just needs to have it, and she turns out to be an uber bitch. Like, in previous episodes it makes it look like Paolo's kind of the mean one and Nikki's sweet and bubbly and nice, but it's really turned around and not that way. Razzle dazzle! They befriend Arts, and he tells Nikki about all of the species of bugs that he has discovered here on the island, including the Medusa spider, which, by the way, is made up. And it turns out that Paolo actually does find the diamonds, but he doesn't tell Nikki about it because he thinks that she's going to dump him because all she wants him for is help finding the diamonds. After a while, she does find out that he has them, and she uses the Medusa spider that Arts tells her about to paralyze him to get the diamonds from him. And she forgets that what Arts told her when he first told her about the Medusa spider is that if one is released, the pheromones will bring every male Medusa spider, are they still called Medusa spiders if they're male? Practically everyone on the island to where it is. So Nikki ends up getting bit by one. She runs out onto the beach and falls flat on the ground and is able to stay paralyzed, but Hurley and Sawyer, who she fell right in front of because they're playing ping pong still, think she says Paolo lies, and so they're trying to figure out what happened to Nikki and Paolo because they think that they're both dead, and they go through this whole detective thing. It turns out that they end up burying them alive. Razzle dazzle! Right at the end, as they're burying Nikki and Paolo, you can see Nikki's eyes open at the very end of the episode, which is freaky. Razzle dazzle! Some other things that go on in this episode while they're investigating what happened to them. Sun really believes that it's the others that did it, and she keeps bringing up the time that she was kidnapped by the others in her garden. And Charlie starts to feel really bad about it, and he confesses that it was him. Charlie wasn't himself, and he wanted to get back at Locke, so he helped Sawyer, and he was the one that actually kidnapped her. The one thing about this episode, which kind of, I think, is a point that is one of the weaknesses of Season 3, is this is the first episode in Season 3 where all of the regular credited cast members are actually in the episode. And I think that's kind of where this season falls short for me, is that every episode it's either, Jack and Kate and Sawyer on the Hydra Island, or it's Locke and Charlie and Desmond doing something back at the beach camp, and there's no, they're too separated, it's too fragmented. And I like it when our survivors are together and working together and interacting with each other and having different interactions with different characters, So I think this is kind of where Season 3 falls short. We're 14 episodes into this season, and this is the first time we've had every regular credited cast member on the show.
We're gonna need to watch that again.
So I guess that's really all I have to say about this episode. I'm back again tomorrow with Left Behind. I'll see you guys then. Bye.